Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6.
It's great to have you with us here this Sunday evening. I'm Jordan Smith. A Spokane man has been arrested in connection to the 2 bodies that were found in northeast Spokane on Friday, December 8th. 25-year-old Brandon L. Kenny was arrested late last night and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. The 2 victims are 37-year-old Colton Russell and 23-year-old Kiara Morgan Wheeland. Our Marissa Rio is in studio tonight with more details about the suspect.
According to Spokane Detention Services, Brandon Lee Kenny was booked a little after 9 p.m. last night. The 25-year-old has 6 felony convictions for crimes including criminal mischief with a deadly weapon, burglary, and theft. Kenny is being charged for 2 counts of first-degree murder in connection with Kiara and Colton's death. SPD released in a statement that additional charges are possible. Kiara and Colton's bodies were found on December 8th after SPD responded to a report of gunshots fired near East Cleveland Avenue in North Cuba Street in northeast Spokane. Kenny has had previous issues with the law. According to court documents, he was convicted of taking a U-Haul from a location on East Sprague in 2019. In 2020, he was caught stealing from Lowe's in Spokane Valley. And in 2022, he was caught trying to steal from Double Eagle Pawn Shop in Spokane. Kiara's mom posted to social media last night after learning of his arrest. She wrote a Facebook post that said, quote, "Due to the diligence of the investigators, my daughters and Colton's killer has been arrested." This investigation is still ongoing and detectives are still looking to see if other people were involved. According to SPD, investigators indicate that Brandon Kenny knew the victims and that this was not a random act. We will continue to update you with any new information as soon as it becomes available. Reporting in studio tonight, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
All right, Marissa, thank you for that. And we first brought you this update on the death investigation on the KXLY Plus app. Download it on your connected TV and make sure you get live updates, breaking news, and the forecast every 10 minutes. The Pend Oreille Police Department in Idaho says it's received several reports of possible sightings of a wanted man. Dylan J. Harrington is a suspect in a 2022 double homicide in Washington's Okanagan County. The department says Harrington is to be considered armed and dangerous, and if you see him, do not approach him. Call 911. To your forecast tonight, Matt Gray joining us at the desk. Some rain in the next couple of days, Matt, as we talked about. Not really that white Christmas, more gray this year.
Yeah, it's looking pretty doubtful in that regards, but we've got a couple of systems this week, so we'll see. We'll start with number 1, though. Early this week, and I am highly doubtful that this is going to produce anything but snow on the highest of mountain peaks here in the inland northwest. You can see where this is right now is mainly the reason why. This is coming up from the south, and so it's going to bring some warm air along with it, along with this moisture. You can see tracking from north to south from the San Francisco Bay Area into northern California, into southern Oregon, and eventually, as this continues to track north, this will push its way to the inland northwest. So let's simulate that out for you now as we go through now Monday morning. This is about lunchtime on Monday. Once we get to after lunchtime, we will start to see the first round of wet weather move in. Now, there's a chance for some wintry mix and potentially even some snow up on those highest Cascades mountain peaks in the North Cascades, and where we could see potentially some freezing rain, some wintry mix, places like Leavenworth, down into the towns that approach Snoqualmie Pass like Cle Elum. So those will be areas that we'll be watching tomorrow afternoon. But for the most part, we are talking about a little bit of rain to end the day on Monday, and then we'll see more coming up for Tuesday and beyond. Now, for tonight, clouds have actually cleared out in Spokane, and so we're already down to 31 degrees. That's a rapid cool down compared to what we've seen this weekend, where temperatures hardly moved at all. You can see the moon there in the corner. Do expect clouds to redevelop here tonight, and we'll see a few areas of patchy fog once again, but it should not be to the extent that we've seen over the past couple of days. Temperatures tonight will drop to the upper 20s. We've got warmer weather, in fact, much warmer weather than this, though, with that system coming in. We'll show you temperatures for the week ahead coming up.
All right, Matt, thanks for that. Pines and Buckeye in Spokane Valley is back open. A head-on crash shut down the road in both directions for hours this afternoon. The agency says that one driver was under the influence when they drove into oncoming traffic. 46-year-old Oleg Difart was charged with vehicular assault. The driver of the car that was hit was taken to the hospital. In North Idaho news tonight, a man accused of killing a family of 4 in Kellogg is expected to plead guilty to lesser charges tomorrow. Major John Kaler will likely plead guilty to 4 second-degree murder charges, which were downgraded from first degree. This change comes after mediation with an agreement from the state of Idaho, the victims' families, and Kaler's attorney. Kaler is accused of shooting and killing Kenneth and Kenna Guardapi and teenagers Devin and Aiken Smith this past summer. New details about a shooting near Royal City in Grant County Friday night that sent 2 men to the hospital with 1 in the ICU. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says that when they arrived, 1 victim was inside a building, the other was outside holding down the suspected shooter, 67-year-old Marcerio Mendez Tovar. He was arrested and a gun was found on the scene. Deputies interviewed Mendez Tovar, who says that he and the 2 victims had been drinking and began arguing. A fight broke out and he pulled out his gun, firing and striking both the victims. Mendez Tovar is in Grant County Jail tonight on suspicion of 2 counts of first-degree assault. He will have his first court appearance on Monday. Well, if you're looking for some fun, family-friendly, and free activities to do over winter break, Numerica is offering 5 days of family fun with activities across the Northwest. Be sure to head over to the Numerica Skate Ribbon for a day of free ice skating this Wednesday from 11 to 5. It's first come, first served. Numerica Credit Union membership is not required. And while you're in the area, check out all of Riverfront Park that's decked out in holiday decorations. It is a sight to see. And be sure to learn about the other Numerica free family fun days in this story on our website, KXLY.com. Coming up on 4 News Now, how the Spokane Police Department is cracking down on package thieves this gift-giving season. And take in the views on this week's Air Force adventure over Bowl and Pitcher at Riverside State Park.
And for tonight, we'll be a little bit cooler thanks to some clearer skies. And for Monday afternoon, we'll be a little bit warmer as our inversions this weekend begin to break ahead of some changes that will end up as rain starting Monday night. Everything what you need to know to get ready for the week before Christmas coming up.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ace Hardware.
It's the only time of year the reindeer fly. You can't see them on their sleigh ride across the sky. Gather all your friends around or go out and paint the town. It's the only time of year the whole wide world turns upside down.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
I suffer with psoriatic arthritis and psoriasis. I was on a journey for a really long time to find some relief. Cosentyx works for me.
Cosentyx helps real people get real relief from the symptoms of psoriatic arthritis or psoriasis, serious allergic reactions, severe skin reactions that look like eczema, and an increased risk of infections, some fatal, have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen.
I move so much better because of Cosentyx.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
Burning the candle at both ends this holiday season? Well, if it's Z's you need, the holiday sale at Denver Mattress has you covered. And right now, everything is on sale, like the budget-friendly Summit Queen for only $332.49. Or check out Easy Choice Plush or Firm, now just $474.99. Get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic, plus 5 years, no interest financing, and free shipping right to your doorstep. The holiday sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
My name is Jennifer, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in November of 2015. Getting a cancer diagnosis is literally like having the rug pulled out from underneath you. When I'm at Summit Cancer Centers, I feel like they're kind of part of my family in a sense. They've always had my best interests in mind, so I'm actually very hopeful for the future. I would recommend Summit Cancer Center.
Spokane's hottest music.
Break me for so done with you, girl. I've been popping, man, I feel just like a rock star.
Hot 96.9.
Join us for jackpots, food, and fun at Mr. Quack Casino Hotel.
Hey, don't forget, there's only a few days left to go take a stroll and take in those holiday lights at Manitou Park. The last day to take in that free walkthrough display is this Tuesday, coming up here from 6:30 to 9:30. Matt, I did it last year for the first time. It was amazing to see what that light show has to offer.
Yeah, it was. My wife and I went on Tuesday and had some dinner beforehand, made a real evening out of it, and it was incredible to see, well, number one, how high they were able to get some of the lights in those trees. So,
yeah, the effort that goes into that.
Yeah, salute to everybody who had a hand in putting all of that together, because it was incredible. Definitely a must-do. I think that's going to be a tradition for us now at this point.
Absolutely.
All right, let's head to our forecast. The lights may get you in the holiday spirit, but boy, this weather is might be leaving you in the dumps here. It's been cloudy and dreary, and now we're seeing temperatures much warmer than normal here as we start to get a little bit of sun peeking out and warmer air coming in from the south ahead of this next system. Heading into tomorrow night, we're going to start to see some showers moving in around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, but for your daytime activities on Monday, we should be, well, good to go with upper 30s in the afternoon and upper 20s in the morning. That's about 3 to 5 degrees above normal, and that has been a range that we have been very consistently staying in through much of the month of December. Let's show you this rain coming in now. So as we head towards 5 o'clock, we're going to see a couple of showers getting across the mountains. Central Washington, look around the Blue Mountains as well for a couple of light showers. We're not expecting a ton of rain out of this thing or a ton of snow. And you can see our northern mountains here as we head into Monday night. This is about 11 o'clock in the evening. We have a little bit of snow at least. So fingers crossed for places like Schweitzer, 49 North. You'll have the best chance of picking up a little bit of snow overnight. Then as we head into Tuesday morning, this is going to be the wettest period here, especially in the I-90 corridor. So you'll want to have the rain gear handy for the start of the day. By the end of the day, it's more lightly scattered showers, far less impact as you're out and about, but certainly in the morning, you'll need that rain gear, and things will kind of ease off as we head into Tuesday night. And no snow, and here we are. We're well now into the second half of December, getting into the second half of December, and we are hovering below our average, although we're most of the way there after a snowy start to the month. But I tell you what, it's looking hard to find snow as we head over the last couple of weeks in 2023. Let's fast forward here because I do want to give you an idea about some holiday travel, potential holiday travel issues. We have another system coming in at the end of the week, so this is early Friday morning. And then as we head into Friday night, you can see that there will be a much better chance for mountain snow both in North Idaho and in the Cascades as we start off the busy travel weekend before Christmas. So something to keep in mind there, and we'll keep you updated on this throughout the week. But once again, it should be warm enough, and likely going to be warm enough all the way through New Year's Eve, that we may have significant trouble getting significant trouble. I had my clicker backwards. Getting snow down in the valleys. You see, my forecast here for Friday, Saturday is a rain-snow mix at best, and then we dry out a little bit, even though we get cooler by Christmas Eve. Jordan?
Well, Matt, while this weather may not put us in the Christmas spirit, something maybe a Christmas movie might be able to do. And here at 4 News Now, we've been asking the question, what is the greatest holiday movie of all time? So we created a festive film face-off. It's a March Madness style bracket with 32 of the most popular films going head-to-head. And we're entering round 2. One of the biggest matchups this round is between the old and the new. White Christmas versus Claus. So cast your vote on the matchups. You can do that by heading to KXY.com/holidaymovies. We're all pretty eager to see what comes out as number 1. The Spokane Police Department says it's cracking down on package thieves this gift-giving season. SPD's Stolen Property and Recovery Unit, or SPEAR, as you might know them, is ramping up its emphasis on these thefts. They say that you should always report incidents of package theft as soon as they happen. SPD also encourages posting of any footage on the Nextdoor app or any other social media. They've even started using bait packages, which are empty boxes, to try to deter more thefts.
I think the biggest thing that that will be helpful is just having people know that they're out there, having the criminals know that they're out there, and maybe they'll be a little less inclined to go steal packages. But rest assured, we're putting them in good locations and monitoring them so that when they do get stolen, we'll be there.
Spokane Police have a section on their Facebook page dedicated to the posting of footage of these thefts. And if you recognize anyone, be sure to report it to Crime Check or send an email to thefttips@spokanepolice.org. A consumer alert to tell you about tonight. Quaker Oats is recalling dozens of kinds of granola bars and cereal because the products may be contaminated with salmonella. You can see some of those products on your screen here. Quaker says it has not received any reports of anyone getting sick and that any items in the recall should be thrown away. Well, we are starting to wrap up the non-conference schedule here. Coming up in sports, both Washington State and Gonzaga, they're looking pretty good. Coming up, Alex Vicente has the highlights from their dominant wins this afternoon.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Mesmerize her with Coast Diamond Jewelry from Tracy Jewelers. Coast is committed to creating fine, quality jewelry that is stylish, imaginative, and instills lasting memories. Mark your moments with the sophistication of Coast Diamond from Tracy Jewelers.
Ironstone Furniture and Fire wants you to have all the comfort and total joy. Whether it's a cozy reason to hit snooze, eat dinner, or a spot to kick back, we have furniture that is good looking, well built, and comfortable. Just add your favorite people. In stock now. Visit our showroom, Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is a bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical. Guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andes' priority. Get ready for the cold with a high-efficiency furnace from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andes offers a wide range of top-quality heating systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andes' team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can trust Andes to diagnose and fix any issue efficiently. Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical. Your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
Mesmerize her with Coast Diamond Jewelry from Tracy Jewelers. Coast is committed to creating fine, quality jewelry that is stylish, imaginative, and instills lasting memories. Mark your moments with the sophistication of Coast Diamond from Tracy Jewelers.
After both the Gonzaga and Washington State men's programs fell flat on their face this weekend, it was up to the women's team to redeem the region this afternoon, as they certainly left no doubt about it. First up, the 21st ranked Bulldogs welcoming in South Dakota State. Now, the Zags came out of the gates hot. Brina Maxwell sinks this jumper, and Gonzaga starts the game on an 11-0 run. Under the basket, Yvonne Ejim was simply dominant. She could get a bucket basically whenever she wanted to. Ejim finishes the first half with 12 points. She's shooting better than 64% from the field this season. But the Zags are just good at any point on the court. Kaylee Trong gets a little separation here, sinks the triple, 1 of 10 on the afternoon for this Bulldog squad. Later in the quarter, Ejim showing off the defensive skills this time, saying, "Get this out of here," and then waving off the South Dakota State player. It's all going Gonzaga's way now. The blowout allowed a lot of the younger players to get some meaningful minutes. Claire O'Connor knocks down the corner three. The Bulldogs starting to go into cruise control now. In the second half, it was a lot of the same. Kaylee in the corner, going to be left wide open. You can't do that because she sinks the three. Gonzaga rolls on to win this one, 83-58. They improve to 11-2 on the season.
The percentage doesn't look as good as I think the effort was by our team. I thought that we had 48 disruptions, so that's a pretty big number and a huge focus for us.
Once we got in that pace, I think if anything, we know where our energy is going to be and where our energy can be, and I feel like that's where we're like, okay, now we can like keep this up, we can keep going, but not really like, oh, it's going to be one of those games type of thing. It's like where like we put our focus on our energy into, that's where we can tell how long that's going to last throughout the game.
Next up for Gonzaga will be a trip down to the desert where they're going to face off against the Arizona Wildcats, the fourth Pac-12 team they've faced so far in non-conference play. They have just 2 remaining before WCC play begins on January 4th. And coming off a loss to the Washington Huskies a week ago, the Washington State Cougars were looking for a bounce back and to get back on track against the Houston Cougars in Pullman this afternoon. In the first quarter, we got a tie ball game, but Charlize Ledger-Walker with a nice pass up to Tara Wallach, who finishes with the layup. Wallach goes for a game-high 21 points on the day. End of the corner, Wallach is going to kick this one out to Jenna Villa. She sinks the three. Wazoo starting to pull away now. But the Cougars not done on the other side of the ball as Wallach picks off. This ball is headed the other way, gets the easy basket. Cougs with 17 fast break points on the day. Just before the half, Ledger-Walker gets a nice drive to the basket, and it goes. Washington State goes up by 23 into the half. They don't look back, taking this game 95-48.
I mean, obviously coming off a loss to UW, we knew that we could play better than what we showed, so we wanted to start really well, and I think we had a really good first half and managed to carry that momentum.
I think we just changed our mindset during the week of practices, and we had a tough week, so I think going into this game we were relentless and knowing we wanted to win.
And a reminder, the Seahawks host the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday Night Football tomorrow as they will try to keep their playoff hopes alive. Monday Night Football starts at 5 o'clock, but make sure you tune in before for a special edition of 4 News Now. And then after the game, it'll be myself and Derek Dice breaking it all down. How about you, Jordan?
I'm excited to see it all. I think the Seahawks can pull it off tomorrow. Keep that playoff picture alive, Alex.
How about that?
Thanks for that. And Alex, you're going to like this story. If you take a look at the screen here, this young WSU fan showing his love for the Cougs in a sweet way. 12-year-old Quentin took a twist on a gingerbread house this year, this time making a graham cracker replica of Martin Stadium. That's actually pretty impressive, I will say. Go Cougs. Go Cougs, he says. Well, there are some really great local spots to hike here in Spokane County, even during the winter months. And while the weather's still tolerable, you can head out and check out the natural beauty of Riverside State Park's Bull and Pitcher in this week's Air 4 adventure.
Welcome to Bull and Pitcher and the Riverside State Park. It is a geological formation that came about after the Ice Age floods that carved out a lot of this basalt in this river valley. On about 1910, when we started getting settlers here, they saw it and they thought it looked like a bowl and pitcher, like an old school ewer and bowl. Eddy of water that swirls, and you can see it now because the water's kind of rising with the rain we've had recently, and that's what they thought it looked like, and the name stuck. It's a gorgeous part of the park. It's one of the most popular. Swinging Bridge is a big draw all year round. It was built in 1942, and it's been a big attraction. It goes over the most gorgeous part of this canyon in our park. Campground, it's open year round. Some people like to tough it out.
Winter camping. I think we need to spend more time out in nature, so this is my way of getting out. One of those state parks that doesn't tend to snow that much. There's a little bit of snow, so other than that, it's close to family.
The Bull and Pitcher has day use areas. There's picnic tables. There's also hiking. If you cross over the Swinging Bridge, you connect up here to the Centennial Trail. and then all the other hiking trails. We have miles and miles of hiking trails. If we get snow, some people like to snowshoe. If we get enough snow on the Centennial, we don't plow it, so some people like to cross-country ski too. Most cities don't have such a big state park right on their doorstep, and we're 5 minutes from downtown Spokane.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ironstone Furniture and Fire.
No matter what your children's dreams might be, or how often they might change, with the Get College Saving Program, you can start saving for the future. Don't borrow your children's future, build it at 529.wa.gov.
Meet Gold Bond Daily Healing, a powerhouse lotion that moisturizes, heals, and smooths dry skin with 7 moisturizers and 3 vitamins. And new Gold Bond Healing Sensitive, clinically shown to heal and moisturize dry, sensitive skin. Gold Bond.
Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Or qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $239 a month.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like straight lines that seem wavy, blurry or missing visual spots that make it hard to see faces, like this one, or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. GA is irreversible. It's important to catch it early. Talk to your eye doctor about GA and learn more at GAWon'tWait.com.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya, it's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
No matter what your children's dreams might be, or how often they might change, with the Get College Saving Program, you can start saving for the future. Don't borrow your children's future, build it at 529.wa.gov.
And here is the next 7 days of weather. We've got the official first day of winter. Winter solstice will gain some daylight after that, or at least we'll start to just a couple of minutes a day. Then Christmas Eve, that's as far as we can see right now. Boy, it looks... You could convince me that was October or April or any month but December.
Some good flying weather for Rudolph. Won't be too bad.
Depends.
Yeah, we'll see. See tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.